30-06 John here. And today what I want to talk about is the M1A. Specifically what ammunition to use in it and how to load for it. So keep on watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. What I want to talk about is why and what ammunition to use, and then also for hand loading, how to reload for the M1A. The M1A is a great rifle, but it has some quirks about it. Well, let's see what the manual for the M1A says to use for ammo. On page 5 it says to use the M1A is designed and built to specifications to shoot standard factory 308 made to SAMI specifications or 7.62 by 5.1 NATO ammunition. The standard for standard military ammunition include harder primers to withstand the slight indentation from the firing pin when the bolt chambers a cartridge. This slight indentation is normal. The use of civilian ammunition with more sensitive primers or hand loads with commercial primers and or improperly seated primers increase the risk of primer detonation when the bolt slams forward. This unexpected slam fire can occur even if the trigger is not being pulled and if the safety is on. On page 6 it says ammunition recommendations for your M1A rifle. Use commercially produced new 308 caliber full metal jacket, hollow point, or ballistic tip type of bullet. Do not use soft point or light magnum type ammo. For hand loading, there's a couple of good resources with some useful information. Sierra Bullets has a good section on it. Just go to their website. You have to search for it. Just type in under their question mark or search function, reloading for semi-auto and service rifles. A lot of good information here. Another good resource is a book by Glenn Zedeker, Hand Loading for Competition. There's one section there, reloading for the match M14 or M1A. You don't have to buy the book. If you search on the web, just type in Zedeker reloading M1A, you'll find this PDF. There's a lot of good information. For primers, since the M1A has a floating firing pin, you need a primer that has a thicker metal. Supposedly the Federal Gold Match is sort of a soft metal primer. Most resources recommend either using something like Winchester Western primers or CCI. After depriming, you want to make sure that primer pocket is clean. Make sure there's no of the crimp. If the primer's crimped in, make sure you get a reamer here to remove the primer pocket crimp. The M1A's gas system is very sensitive to what powder is used. Probably the best powder is one of the 4895s. IMR 4895 like this big jug is, or H4895. 4064 is probably as slow as one should go for loads for an M1A. One powder that I haven't heard anyone using for an M1A is CFE 223. This is too slow. For my hand load today, I'm using these Hornady 150 grain FMJ Botel bullets. IMR 4895 powder in this big old jug that I have. CCI large rifle primers. And I'm using once fired Winchester 7.62x51 brass. I'll be resizing with this RCBS small base resizer die. I'll be seeding the bullet with this Hornady seeding die. This is actually a complete set, but I'm not using the resizing die from this set. Then, at the last step, I'll be putting a factory crimp on it with this Lee factory crimp die. Here's the first couple rounds that I completed. Look okay. Check that primer. That primer is below flush. Here's one of my reloads. I'll put it in the chamber. I'm going to close the bolt and see what happens. Didn't fire. Let's eject it. Pick it up. And there's no dent there. No primer indent there. Well, my hand load seemed to shoot pretty good to my M1A. Just have to remember about resizing the brass down to the correct size using a small base resizer, using the right powder and the right primer. That's all that I have for today, everyone. Hey, thanks for watching. Everyone stay safe and have a nice day.